Hey, what's up, guys? Nick here with some raw day trading, and we have another day in the books. Not a whole bunch going on, at least in the morning, and then in the afternoon we had a stock OST come into play, and I made a couple hundred on that. MURA was the leading gapper here. I was kind of like not really loving it. Not super in love with the situation, and wanted to play SNYR a little bit more. But sorry, let me just adjust here just to show. I played for a second on it, ended up making a move, didn't really play it well. I should have been way more aggressive on this second break right here. So coming into the close of this first 1 minute candle, that was looking pretty good. And okay, candle closes, dips down to 50. Boom, should have been in there. Probably in the dip below 50. I cut it really fast because it looked sketchy. Second test down here of 50 again. Looks like it's holding. Should be jumping back in. And now it looks like it's going to pop over. Boom, boom, boom. Pushing, 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 pushing. And I'd be unloading most of it right there. If I held anything left, it would be for the break to 75. And which I think happens right here. All right. I was green on that stock most of the day, pretty cautious. It was like a wily, slippery name where the fills are a little funky, not quite reflected in the level 2 and what you were getting filled at. So, whatever. ARBB, I tried to get really aggressive on this one, and I wanted it to pop to 1.2, but it didn't end up going. And I was being very patient, maybe a little too patient, and I let that go. Actually, no, it was a good amount of patience. It just wasn't a good stock. It was kind of, it was pivoting way below. Like, if you look at this stock right here, sorry, my face is in the way again of our ARBB. But basically, this is the type of action. It was pretty algo controlled, although at this time of the day, sometimes they open up and they can really make a move if traders kind of catch attention on it. I was kind of waiting for that. It didn't really happen. It didn't unfold the way I wanted it to. And I ended up leaving with scraps on it. And that's okay. You know, I kept my wrist tight on it and was able to play it pretty intelligently, which I like. So good on that note. Pushing through. Bull, I messed up here. Bull, I did. I had a good trade, and then I let it turn to a bad trade. So the good trade part was right here. Nice little dip below. Pivot, jumping in. I know that pops up. And then I'm in at 54.90. Again, it's only tester size. It's a $55 stock. I'm in with 10 shares. Whatever. And it's up here testing, $56, but the spread's like $1, and so like I'm giving it a little time, see if it wants to explode up higher to 58. Continue, and I am so sorry about that. That was loud in my ear. I have a speaker attached to my phone right now, which is no. Stop. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and then I held it here. So I don't know if you saw that. It was pushing low, and then it just dips. Oh, I should have been cutting right there. Oh, no. Yeah, I should have been cutting way before, actually. But this basically dips $2. This hesitation here, this not popping higher, would have been a good signal to get out. I did not do it. Waited too long till it was explicitly needed to get out, and down $2 a share. Almost $3 a share. Granted, it was only $10, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But that right there, the reason I cannot control that type of movement, or I did not get out quick enough. My instincts, that tells me my instincts are just a little bit off. And until I can sort through that, these bigger names, I'm going to have to still trade with, the emoji with the teeny size. So that's cool. And then I ended up trading into this halt, I think, which is maybe not the best. Actually, I didn't. Never mind. All right. Moving on. Let me see if there's anything else. OST doesn't take off till later. MURA starts popping up. It doesn't pop till 3. I don't take any of it. Actually, I lose money on this pop higher. It just ends up being a liquidity trap for me specifically, even though money could have been made on it. I'm okay with that. Nothing was crazy. I just traded it just a little bit off, and I think right after the explosion, because I was up on it right here, $50, which again, it's not as much as I'd like to be up. 49, and then I lose it right here. I don't know what it is. I think it's this flush. Kicking at 80, it's hesitating. Yeah. The jump back in and hold. Yeah, that hold right there. I just wasn't nimble enough. All right. Ended up going red on it, but the majority of the damage was done. There. Okay. And then SNYR had a nice little trade. Oh, yeah, and I don't fully take advantage of this. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, today, and then what ends up happening is late in the day, this OST was going, and I just had no interest in it because it was so late in the afternoon. It started going around 12 o'clock. It started perking up, and I was just like, yeah, this is probably going to get reversed and then maybe go a little bit later, but it held up and just kept going. And it ended up taking the attention for the day that, all the traders got their action that they wanted here, and then it just kept going higher and higher until it tapped 419 up here, which was the 200-day, and then bounced off. I was up 150 on it, and I ended up giving it all back on this kind of descent here. I'll show you just like a sped up version of it. Does double test there, and then I give it all back, and I'm like sitting here waiting, and I end up making it back towards the lows as it's like testing 3 and messing around down there. And the rest I got off camera. And that was the day. Sitting up $200. Just a nice, small green day. Better than red. Take it. Get out of here. I'm going to go work out. I'm going to go make myself feel very nice. And that's it. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.